Good evening friends and welcome to your Learner 171 channel. Let us do analysis for Tuesday, that is 13th June 2023. But before going any further, let us analyze what we discussed today for the previous session's analysis. So we discussed a weekly analysis where we had a Monday scenario. What was the scenario? Discussing flat, gap up and gap down. We said that gap up has a very good probability of being sold out, right? हमने ये discuss किया था कि gap up हमेशा sold out होता है जब से ये parallel line channel बनाता है. I'll just show you this on 1 hour's frame. You may see that I had explained it in 1 hour's frame that whenever a gap up has happened, it has been sold out. Whenever a gap up has happened, it has been sold out. Except for this 2 days that we have been discussing in previous videos also. Most of the gap ups have been sold out. And what happened today? Today also, coming back to the 5 minutes frame again. You may see that what happened to, where did we close first of all on Friday? Closing kahan pe thi? Closing was 18,567, right? This was the closing. Where did we open today? We opened at 18,633 and you may see that this candle itself, the first candle of 9:15 AM, the opening was 18,633 and this is the high also. ये आज के दिन का high भी था. From here you may see that a good selling came, right? A good selling came and this candle was such a big candle. This is like a big red bearish Marubozu candle from the high of 18,633 to the low of 18,573, right? It itself is covering more than 60 points, right? So this candle shows that the negativeness was there, the bearish trend was there, and what happened from here? A selling came. This selling was so closer. This selling was so closer to the previous day closing. You may see the second candle of 920 closing the gap almost, right? Closing the gap. Now, just in 2 candles, obviously there wouldn't have been any chances for any new buyers to sell, right? But actually in this first 2 candles itself, the entire game for the day was completed. You may see that. And then this second candle became a good bullish green hammer candle, right? A green hammer candle. And from here you may see that the low was protected. Now what we have discussed always, this kind of sideways momentum, this is the momentum that we are not looking for, right? ये जो momentum है, this is the momentum which is not beneficial for us as an option buyer. The momentum that benefits us as an option buyer is one which we always discuss. If we are selling, let's say if we are buying put, this is the momentum that we read, right? This is the momentum. And if we are buying a call, right, as a buyer for a long side, this is the momentum that we read. That is what we keep on discussing in every videos, right? So this is the momentum which was not beneficial for us. In Money Control Forum also I had posted that as long as this range is not broken above 18,650 and similarly if 18,550 is not broken on the downside, we will be play range bound, right? So now what has happened? We have closed range bound itself, right? So now for Tuesday, आने वाले Tuesday के लिए, if we open flat, right? If we open flat Tuesday के लिए, then this is not a good scenario either for call buying or for put buyer. Why the reason? The reason is यहाँ से अगर आप देखो, there are so many sellers active, right? They will keep on eroding the premium. Even if we pump some points up, even if we go 40, 50 points up, that will drain some of their profits, but still they have that time value, right? They still have that time value. That is the reason the flat opening either for call buying, even similarly for put buying is not beneficial. Why? You may see we have been discussing this 18,460 का scenario, right? कि अगर 18,460 के नीचे days candle close होती है, if the days candle closes below 18,460, that could be a bigger trigger for selling, right? Which has not happened since when? Since this June series, the entire June series. You may see that we have been discussing it before the June series, since 1st June, right? कि अगर इसके नीचे we get a closing, that would be a good selling opportunity, right? But it didn't happen since June series. What is this? This is 1st of June. Since 1st of June, we are now at 12th of June. We didn't get this opportunity. So any flat opening, neither for upward scenario nor for downward scenario, is a good point from a buying perspective, right? Let it be put buying or call buying. We may see that अगर गिरने जाए तो गिरे, अगर चढ़ने जाए तो चढ़े, है ना? Let it go up or let it go down. But flat scenario is not beneficial. So what is the scenario that we are looking for, right? Then the next scenario is, let's say if gap up opening happens. Let me just correct this. Okay. If gap up opening happens anywhere closer to 18,650, 680, even somewhere closer inside this channel, right? Inside this channel, this parallel channel. कोई भी gap up opening, let me come back to 15 minutes frame so the channel will be visible, right? So any opening which is closer to 18,650, 680 or even 18,700, right? If that opening happens and if we see any price action that is going down, right? Okay, now it is going down and again retracing up. If it is coming down and again retracing up, एक V shape का recovery दिखा रहा है. This way, any opening here and again coming up. that would be a good scenario for buying, right? That would be a good scenario for buying if it is sustained that way. Similarly, any opening, if it is happening up, made with a positive bullish green candle, and again if it is maintaining the upside at least for 30 minutes. Why 30 minutes? Because this is gap up opening, right? Agar sideways jaake bhi ऐसे, if this make this kind of sideways pattern, if it makes this kind of sideways pattern, the one that I'm highlighting, right, with the cursor, this kind of sideways pattern, and again goes up, right? That pattern with the 30 minutes price action is again good for buying. Again, if it comes down and makes a V-shaped recovery, it is good for buying, right? Somewhere closer to 18,650, 680 or even 700 comes down and again pumps up, right? That is good scenario. But what if it opens gap up and comes down and again stays closer to 18,600 or 18,580, this level? Then we will leave the trade. Why we will leave the trade? It will again keep on eroding the premiums, just like today. What happened? See, look at this price action, right? That is the reason. Gap up, if sustained, goes up, interested in buying. Gap up, if comes down, retraces closer to the previous day's high, anywhere closer to previous swing high. This swing high, where is this swing high? Closer to 625, 630. Again goes up with a V-shaped recovery, the way we drawn just few minutes ago. A good point for buying, right? But if it starts coming down, we are avoiding, right? These are the two scenarios of gap up. Flat, we are completely avoiding. We have already discussed it. What if we open gap down, right? Now again, if we open gap down somewhere closer to 18,500 or 18,480, right? Anywhere closer to this zone, or even in somewhere closer to, let's say, 18,570, 580. अगर इसके आसपास gap down खुलते और gap down खुल के ही, just like today, the way we discussed on 5 minutes frame also, if we see a good bullish hammer, this kind of price action or this kind of price action, a bullish hammer or a bullish engulfing, a good green bullish candle, right, with a gap down, which is showing a positive price action. गैप डाउन खुल के पॉजिटिव प्राइस एक्शन दिखता है और वो पॉजिटिव प्राइस एक्शन गोज फॉर हायर हाइज का मूवमेंट, राइट? गोज फॉर दिस हायर हाइज का मूवमेंट दिस वे. This kind of movement happens, or even this kind of movement where the lows do not break previous low, right? If gap down happens, we see this kind of price action which is going up, then we are interested to buy the call, right? Then we are interested to buy the call with marking the swing low as the as our what stop loss, right? As our stop loss with the gap down. Then we are interested in buying. What if we open gap down and again start going sideways for first 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or start going down? Then again we are avoiding as long as this support is not broken, right, on day swing. So gap down with positive price action, we are interested. We already discussed flat and gap up. And this way we have covered all the three scenarios for tomorrow, right? Thank you for watching. See you in tomorrow's video.